Hello, my name is Daniel Foster. I'm an agriculture teacher educator, and this is Melanie Miller-Foster, and she's our Global Learning Specialist. We're calling and talking to you directly from Guatemala City, Guatemala, on a very special week. It's National FFA Week, and it's an organization that's had a great deal of impact in my life. In fact, it's been very difficult to be gone the past 2 weeks with some of the things happening, but we were doing something worthwhile, and we wanted to take a moment in a time in America's history where perhaps people question why we do projects like this, to share some of the things that we've discovered together about why it's important. See, we're here and had the opportunity to go to Huehuetenango to work with a school, the Institute of Agriculture, Technical Agriculture in Occidente, to work with a school on IPM, how to successfully teach integrated pest management, specifically for snow peas and French beans, to high school adolescents, 14 to 17-year-olds in Guatemala. But let's start. Why would the USDA and the USAID invest money into helping prepare adolescents in Guatemala learn about integrated pest management strategies? Well, let's first talk about the commodity. Melanie, how many of these snow peas go to the United States, or how does that work out?
Well, so it turns out that snow peas are a really great export for Guatemala, and what we consume in the U.S., actually 80% of that, 80% of those snow peas actually come from Guatemala.
So if you're going on your salad bar getting snow peas, more often than not, you're probably consuming a Guatemalan product. Mm-hmm. So then we have concerns about the safety and quality of that Guatemalan product, and from Guatemala's viewpoint of keeping that market accessible. But then why adolescents? Why do we focus and work on youth, 14 to 17? Melanie, 2014, I believe, I remember hitting in the news, we had this little issue.
Right, so you might remember in 2014, there was actually, it just seemed like an explosion of youth on the border. And so there were over 70,000 youth that crossed the border that year, which was alarming because that was twice the number of the year before. And so, this project is really focused on keeping youth where they are here at home in Guatemala. And we are using the Feed the Future regions to help direct resources to those regions where students or young people tend to be leaving the most. And so we were in Huehuetenango, which is in the Feed the Future area in the western highlands of Guatemala.
See, 4 out of every 5 students that begin the journey to the borders of the U.S. don't make it. In fact, some perish. It's a dangerous journey. It's not a positive thing. We were using agricultural education to literally save lives. And that's not an overstatement. It has renewed my passion and purpose for what I do with my career. It has renewed my understanding of the importance of not only being a technical expert, because we had plenty of those who understood the IPM process, but the importance of being a great teacher that can inspire and deliver content in an accessible way to learners. The very things I work with my students in the college teaching class, Ag Ed 530 at Penn State, or if my student teachers who are preparing to go into many programs to teach high school agriculture in the United States, the very same challenges are faced by teachers here, but they don't have the support network and infrastructure that we do in the United States. They don't have teacher education programs. They don't have teacher certification. They don't have a national FFA organization providing awesome resource, or a National Association of Agriculture Educators out there to help identify professional development needs. Quite frankly, they have nothing. They're given a room, 50 students, and said, hey, make hay. And so we were able to come down and help them perhaps identify ways to use active learning strategies to be more successful in transmitting that. We were able to use school-based ag education to save lives. Why and how? By providing purpose, which led to hope and opportunity. That I can stay home, grow a commodity, be successful, and be an exporter. I want you to think about the global learning that these students in Guatemala were engaging in today. Melanie, what did you see in the past 3 days with these 56 students that we were working with?
Well, actually, it was just really impressive. One of the things that we saw at the school was how students were very entrepreneurial. They all had their own projects, their own business projects.
Okay, hold on a second. They had business projects.
Right.
They kept records on them.
Yes, they did.
they were recognized at a student banquet at the end of the year.
Yes, the most successful projects were recognized.
Friends, in school-based ag education, I'm sure that sounds quite familiar to you. One thing I noticed that was different, though, is there really wasn't a mechanism to develop career readiness skills. Creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, some of these things. And so that's an opportunity for growth. And we built it into the training, and we noticed that being asked to be creative at first was out of the comfort zone of students, and then after they loved it and they engaged, we saw that we flipped on its head that concept of just talking to students or telling students, as opposed to providing them the opportunity to inquire into and solve an authentic, real problem. But from the global learning standpoint, Mel, there's something that you noticed before I did that was really exciting, that we wish that all of our students could do, because those students were analyzing a problem. Where were they going on the web?
Yeah, so they were using actually U.S. government websites like FDA and EPA websites to look up those export requirements so they could get their products into the U.S. As you can imagine, if you have products rejected at the border, that's incredibly expensive, not only because you invested so much to get them there, but you also have to pay to have that product destroyed if it fails to pass inspection. So they're really concerned about getting those products into the U.S. And so from their standpoint, they're engaging in global learning by learning about the U.S. export market.
And we believe in global learning. And as we saw that, we thought about, the opportunities, this is the wouldn't it be cool if portion, that could exist for school-based ag education programs in the United States to partner with those in Central America. See, global learning is not just about going somewhere. Global learning is about doing great things with your content. And wouldn't it be cool if every program in Central America had a sister program that they could adopt from the States? And they could share, just do digital pen pals, just emails, where students to students were sharing. Imagine you teaching a unit on animal science and asking students in Guatemala, what kind of animals do you grow? What are your challenges? Imagine teaching agronomy or soil science and mailing soil samples to each other to test to see the differences. Or what diseases and insects do you have to control for? Or what basic commodities exist? Or even better yet, imagine the growth and learning opportunities of teaching a jobs or career unit where we're looking at the next step after high school, and your students all of a sudden discovering that while they have free high school ag education in the States, in Guatemala, any education beyond basically 8th grade, those students are having to pay for to have that opportunity. And that the opportunities after this high school graduation perhaps aren't as vast as for our students in the States. What lights of empathy, what development of character could that occur in your students? Thank you for tuning into this Wouldn't It Be Cool If. If you're interested in this opportunity, please email me at foster@psu.edu. Thank you.